Oh, come on, Pika, what we got going on here? It's time for our 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern Daily coffee break with our friends talking about comic books. There, yeah, break out the coffee. There we go. Put out a cup for our guests here at our very own Comics Coffee Table. How are you? Welcome. Happy Friday. Take a break with us, please. Awesome. Sláinte, cheers. Look at that. Freshly brewed cup just for you. And we like talking about comic books. We meet here daily, 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern, and talk about comic books. And it's pre-recorded, but live before a studio audience of my stuffed animals, you know. So from our Boston studios there, pal, tough guy, rubberneck, chowderhead, turkey pockets, however you identify in the grand spectrum of humanity on this earth and beyond. Yes. Do I believe in aliens? Maybe. Do I believe in ghosts? Not so much. But do I believe in you? Yes, I do. And the infinite splinter of the Lord's soul, which is your soul, and it's my soul too. So, namaste. Yes, indeed, Reverend Sully's Comics Coffee Table. On the coffee table, we'd always have a stack of books. Look at this. The complete works of Shakespeare and the Iliad of Homer. What blessed company, like in the Rolling Stones song, huh? We've got good books here on our coffee table. We have movies. There's always a stack of movies on our coffee table, you know? There's always a stack of video games on our coffee table, you know? There's always a stack of movies on our coffee table. I mean, music as well. We got movies, music. We got coffee or beverages, whatever you're drinking, whatever you're shoving under your nose today, there, pal. And we'd always have a stack of funny books, too. You know, just because we love comic books and we love just turning each other on to what's good, what's hot, and talking about what's gold and what's not, too. And that's part of being a comic book fan. And because there are plenty of comic books out there for everyone, you know. So I embrace what I like. A lot of it has to do with old comics, too. A big part of this show is about my local comic book shop, my LCS. I go there mostly every Wednesday, and I buy new comics. I will occasionally come home with a gem of a back issue that would look great on my spinner rack, you know. And I also get my supplies there too. I'm getting Snugs. I'm getting acid-free boards. And I'm getting my boxes there as well. I'm reboxing, rebagging, and reboarding my entire collection, and therefore I need supplies. Chances are, as being a casual comic book fan, or even major, however you are, you might need supplies as well. Why not? You know, and get them at your LCS, your local comic book shop. Support local businesses, especially businesses that survived lockdown 2020. And these are bookstores. These are mom and pop brick and mortar shops. They need your patronage. And so I know I'm paying the retail markup. I'm okay with that. I could be getting a major price break, getting all my supplies from, say, my online supply chain. You know, the one with free shipping and the built-in movie network. You know that one. But that's true. I mean, but no, I mean, I want to be part of my LCS, their health, and be, you know, do my part, I guess, and show up and have great conversations with the staff and other people, you know, and be, you know, it's a great place to look at someone and be like, give them a head nod, be like, what are you reading? What you got there, man? It's a great excuse, you know what I mean? They might ignore you, they might be shy, they might be on the spectrum, or they might be just like, you know, full of pluck and vinegar and fandom, just like you, and be like, hey, let me show you what I'm buying. I've gotten to so many random, awesome comic book shop style conversations at the comic book shop. But also we have run a parallel market here on YouTube. A lot of the, we bring the comic book shop style conversations to you. So if you're here for the 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern premiere, I hope you're knee deep in the live chat. If the show is built to be enjoyed at any time during the day, just take your break, take your coffee break, bring something to eat, a snack, a cookie, maybe an ice cream bar, maybe a turkey sandwich. I love turkey sandwiches on wheat with some mayo, LTO, maybe it's some bacon, very thinly sliced red onion. My mouth's watering. My mouth's watering, pal. Oh, boy, I'll fix that with some hot coffee. So, yeah, we're reboxing, reboarding, rebagging my collection. I'm migrating from, say, this box here, this long box full of stains. This has wicked off moisture. This has protected the comic books which reside inside. We've been on this one for a while. It's the Mostly Marvel. It's full, or it was full. And we're breaking up these parties. We're sorting keepers and ones to eventually, we're gonna sell them. Yeah, eventually, and yeah, it's gonna be a great purging. I'm gonna really, I really want to redefine my collection, and a lot of this show has a lot to do with it too. And it's taught me about greater respect for the husbandry of my comic books, of my collection. It's not, and for me, it's not really a collection; it's an accumulation, and it's been a fun accumulation. And all of these Wednesdays over the past 20 years or so. And I'm blessed and grateful for this modern comic book experience that it's been kept alive, and it's great. So yeah, let's get to it. We are, I've prepped some boards and bags. I've prepped enough of them. So let's get to it. It's the Mostly Marvel box. Now here, Pika, you should have looked this up before the show. Now let's look it up together. Because what do we love doing the most here on this show? We love to read from wikis. Wiki. What's the difference between Ultimate Spider-Man and Ultimate Comics Spider-Man? Was there Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 2 in between Ultimate Comics Spider-Man number 1? That's the question I have for the internet right now. Ultimate Comics Spider-Man. Let's see, this is a Reddit. Okay. And that's usually a question. Ultimate Spider-Man 15 Reasons Screen Rant. Nah. Now, I make a big deal about blocking on Twitter, being blocked, but I also will block because, like Screen Rant, they're nothing but clickbait, and I don't really, respect them as a reputable journalism brand for my culture, of pop culture, of geekdom, of fandoms, and of these things that we now consider to be intellectual properties, these IPs that we hold sacred. No. They're stakeholders and the corporate entities who can afford to buy those and own them holds those sacred. And Ultimate Comics Spider-Man. Okay, this is Wikipedia. There we go. Ultimate Comics Spider-Man was a monthly comic series published by Marvel Comics that debuted in September of 2011 as the second relaunch of the Ultimate Marvel imprint. It followed the death of Spider-Man and it followed the death of Spider-Man storyline that concluded the series Ultimate Spider-Man, to which Ultimate Comics Spider-Man served as a sequel. And that was also written by Bendis. Great art by Sara Pichelli as well. And it was Miles Morales. That was his big comic. So there is Ultimate Spider-Man and Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 2. They published 160 issues of Ultimate Spider-Man between September 2000 and June of 2011. and where at the end of that run, Peter Parker sacrifices his life to save Aunt May and everyone. And if you know the story of Miles Morales through that first movie, that's the same origin story for Miles Morales. It is the ultimate universe. It is Earth 1660. No, 16. Is it 6? No, 1610. And now it's 6160. Are you paying attention at home? All you Marvel Comics fans? What I was asking was because this is Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 1. So this is Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 2, issue number 1. See, with a new trade dress. It's got a really nice wraparound cover, too. Remember, this is the Ultimate line. Oh, and I opened it up, and we got the ubiquitous milk ad with indie driver Denicia Patrick. I mean, gee, huh? Hubba hubba. But remember, Johnny Storm's a teenager, just a year or two older than Peter, who's 15 or 16 in this. Gwen's alive. MJ's there. That's Aunt May, who looks like Quicksilver there. That's who's the big kid? I forget his name. Oh boy, bad Spider fan for me. But you got Shadowcat, Kitty Pryde, who was Peter's girlfriend for a while in continuity of Ultimate Spider-Man. They're exes, but they're still very good friends, and she's like on his team. And there's the Ultimate Spider. There's Ultimate Iceman as well, who's part of that, who was never gay. Handwritten by Bendis, who made him gay. And just saying, but Ultimate Colossus, Peter Rasputin, off the bat, he was made gay in the Ultimate Universe. And it works. Everything's fine. It's not some it's not some showy virtue signal. Literally. It was just part of the story. So yeah, I mean and that's Spider-Woman, Jessica Drew. And in this continuity, Spider-Woman is a clone of Peter Parker right here. Little kid, Peter Parker. He's got to be 16 years old by this time, if some time progresses a little bit in the Ultimate Universe. But look, classic Bendis. Look at all of that narrative caption. Look at the ad. We have Kia Motors. We've got Batman, Arkham Justice here, Arkham Asylum. Never played these games. I heard they have their own continuity, their own Batman-ish kind of story, their own interpretations of the costumes, which I love, and a robust set of Batmobiles and alternate outfits. Because it's a video game. That's what they do. Yeah, people talking over food. It's been going on for a long time in Funnybooks. And yeah, that's why Bendis started this. Bendis did it. It's at $3.99. Does it drop down to $2.99? No, it doesn't. It stays at $3.99. But when did this come out? So this is a $3.99 comic. I was really heavily into. We're gonna get more and more. Oh, this is just a beautiful New York though. Here we go. Your info dump page. Previously on Ultimate Spider-Man 6 months ago, the ultimatum wave has destroyed New York City with no warning. A massive tidal wave crashed down on the island of Manhattan, killing millions of people in the blink of an eye. Many of the world's iconic heroes died in the tragedy. It has been revealed that the wave was a terrorist act by the mutant Magneto. Yeah. J. Jonah Jameson, publisher of the Daily Bugle, was witness to Spider-Man's last day of heroics. Jameson wrote that he thought what he thought was Spider-Man's obituary, a power for peace, praising Spider-Man's unique brand of heroism. The New World, according to Peter Parker. David LaFuente on art. This came out October of 2009. So remember, Ultimate Comics Spider-Man starts... I can't wait to really show you this ad. Ultimate Spider-Man starts in 2000. So it's been going on for 9 years. And that's great. And look, Peter Parker with a McJob. Aw. But he's so little. I know. It's kind of that thing in Spider-Man 2 and Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2. You know, he loses his mask and he saves the subway train. And everyone's like, he's just a kid. They're like Spider-Man. And like I like the whole, because that's like the ultimate, you know, identity. You think this person's a full-grown grown-up. And no, he's a high school kid in Queens. Love it. Look at that nice New York City, though. This is ultimate New York City, too. And the font. Back then, using lowercase was synonymous with events taking place in the ultimate universe. And they saved the all caps for... ooh, look, they got the hood. That's cool. He's magic, yo. It was a great idea, too. I mean... what if a bad guy got some superpowers, like in Marvel NYC? Ultimate Alliance 2 played the hell out of this game on PlayStation. Seriously, me and my buddy Aaron, we played this. Ultimate Alliance 1. We also played X-Men Legends 1 and 2, which are almost like the same kind of game. I'm a huge X-Men fan. I love playing Spider-Man. He was Wolverine and I was Spider-Man, which was a great combo. And because Spider-Man has just like really kinetic powers, and just I love, you know, you can do a lot of things a spider can, and of course Logan has healing factor and just all that toughness, you know. So it was a good combo. That was at the core of our team. I was Spider-Man, and Aaron was always, you know, hey look, purple in a comic book. Oh, it's Peter and Gwen sitting in a tree. KISS, but she's been killed already. And she's come back. She's a symbiote. So she's a symbiote that is keeping the form of Gwen Stacy. And she's got the kind of, she's downloaded like the memories of Gwen Stacy. So it all, she's a facsimile though. She's not really Gwen. Gwen's dead. Yeah. We got, this is great. So yeah, this is Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 2. Issue number 1. How much would this cost? Let's see. It's in pretty decent condition. No dings. I don't see. Well, this you could probably find dings in anything. You know, dings. Well, let's look for it. You know, the comic book price guide, the Overstreet comic book price guide. I love this book. I still need to pick up either this year's or I'll just wait till next year. But regardless, I want to get it through my comic book shop, so I'm going to special order it. And because I could be buying it from my online supply chain, which I have been doing. And you do get like about a 20% discount on it. I mean, but, let's see, LMNOP, It's been a while. Uncle Scrooge, Ultra Force, Umbrella Academy, Ultimate Marvel, Ultimate Spider-Man, okay, Ultimate Spider-Man second series, $4, yeah, all right, and Ultimate Spider-Man went 133 issues from October of 2000 to June of 2009. And a 9.2 of the Bendis Bagley T-Bear. That's $120. Wow. But yeah, this would be $4 if it was at a 9.2. Which it probably isn't, because we probably got spine roll and shit. It didn't always have a board until like this very moment. I like the cover art in this one. David LaFuente showing off. You know, there's the maker's mark. That's one of the best parts about comic books. Like there, your maker's mark. Or maybe he drew one, and it's just like some kind of trick with the with some software. Oh, there's that too. There is your page there. Peter is now dating Gwen Stacy instead of Mary Jane and working at a mall food court instead of the now defunct Daily Bugle. Mutants are outlawed, and the growing threat of the mysterious Mysterio takes the life of the one untouchable kingpin of crime. After all these months, Johnny Storm, a.k.a. the Human Torch, appears at Peter's doorstep, exhausted and homeless. So poor Aunt May has got to play, a foster parent to this growing foster family that Peter accrues. And Johnny Storm's part of that. This Gwen Stacy symbiote is part of that. Yeah. So like I said, I love looking at the indicia. November 2009. I remember getting this off the shelf at New England Comics in Harvard Square, Cambridge, Massachusetts. A comic book shop that is no longer there. It's part of a huge chain, one of New England's big chains of comic books, New England Comics. And the reason given was just the sheer raisings of rent in Harvard Square, and just they couldn't they have other stores, one inventory, so they closed that location. But still, that's a closed comic book shop in my neighborhood, in my range of shopping, and where I had my first pull list, and that I was going for 30 years there. And we'll see this Mysterio later on in the crossover Spider-Men. And Spider-Men had a sequel as well. I didn't pick up on that. But just look at this. It's from 2009, a comic book. It's a $3.99 cover price. All right. So remember, $3.99 has been the cover price going on like almost between a dozen years. Because in 2010 it became the median price. It dropped back down for 1 year, but since 2012, and I get this information from the Comicron, the median comic book prices by year page, and it's really interesting. And so, since 2011, it dropped back down to $2.99 for that year, probably because of DC's New 52 holding the line at $2.99. Trade dress and unrealistic promise for them. I mean, seriously, they still sell comics at $2.99. It's called Looney Tunes and the Scooby-Doo Batman Adventures. And and from there, maybe then have your cardstock variants. Maybe just have a spinner rack version for like kids in supermarkets again. The New World according to Peter Parker. So yeah, it's a new number one. And we got video game ads. 2009 video game ads. Tekken 6. We've got the ubiquitous Milgad. Who's that? I don't know my... Who? I have no idea. Does it have his name in here? It just says Milk. Oh, I wish Chauncey Billups. I should know that. I think he was drafted by the Celtics. I am a hockey fan. I am not a round ball fan. Look, X-Men Astonishing, the motion comic, available on iTunes by Joss Whedon and John Cassaday. This is how I read this. I tapped out of X-Men after Grant Morrison. I know a lot of people didn't like his run. I'm a big fan of it. So it took me a few years to get to this. And I did one day, and I read it in this digital comics, the motion comic format. So it's not like you're reading. It's not like today's digital comics where you're just looking at sequential art and how the pages are mocked up. This was about the panel to panel sequence, regardless of page. And they had they had sound effects and voice actors. And it was interesting. And it really, and so, but that's how I got to read Astonishing X-Men by Whedon and Cassaday. Indeed, we got some Hulk on Spidey action. I like that Spidey. Yeah. So who's the look, talking in hallways. MJ and Peter. Teenage Lament, 1974. It was a song by Alice Cooper. I think that was it. Video game ads for racing games. I love racing games. And here we go. Yeah, people talking over food. Oh, God bless you, Aunt May. So yeah, well, Johnny is living with them, and because the destruction wave thing there, and oh, yeah. And there's it's a teen comedy. Jessica, who's Jessica? Jessica is Peter's clone. But he's a female clone. So they took the identity of Jessica Drew, and she is Spider-Girl or Spider-Woman. A spider game you can play on your phone. Ain't that cool? On our ancient phones. Oh, but what a great page. I love that. I love the rounded shoulders. I love and it follows this line through the broken bridge, and wow, that's fun. Oh, look, Dark X-Men. I'm reading Dark X-Men now. It's been going on. But it wasn't the Hulk. It was Mysterio. I loved that Mysterio movie, that MCU one. That had the sauce. I'm serious. I enjoyed the heck out of that. I didn't think I would. And I really enjoyed the heck out of Homecoming, too. I should really rewatch that. I got plenty of time to rewatch movies next week. I'll be recovering from minor surgery. Having a hernia. The procedure done. Which is good because we caught it early and it's not painful and that much discomfort. But I am a chef, and I do lug. I haul a 50-pound bag of red potatoes every Friday. I do that a couple of times. You know what I mean? Or a 50-pound bag of AP flour, or a 6-pack of of number 10 cans. You have to. I stretch every day. I do a yoga asana in the shower, a full front fold where I keep my legs straight with my knees unlocked, and I grab my toes and I pull my body towards my toes. It's an asana I got from the best friend who gave me that book about 2 decades ago. So I call it Fernandasana. Namaste. Yeah. What else? Yes, I only got apparently the first 10 issues, but I'm missing issue number 9, unless it's in here somewhere. Oh shit. You're not supposed to bend that way, you asshole. Let's see. In my Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man, it peters out. Nope, I got the last issue of Ultimate Spider-Man, 133. Yeah. Interpolated between a lot of this Ultimatum stuff. And they thought Spidey was dead. No, he actually dies a little later on. And then it's Miles' turn. And old bags. stuff into one old bag and then put into your proper recycling dispensary. Or whatever the hell it is. You know. Got milk? Who's that? I am not Darren Williams. Is this a video game? Is this some kind of... Oh, no, it's action figures. UFC action figures. I mean, I wonder if you got like a cauliflower ear, you know, accessory. And Ultimate Comics Avengers. Ultimate Comics New Ultimates. Ultimate Comics Enemy. With, you know, this was Ultimate Nick Fury the entire time. And Ultimate Nick Fury became the visual template for MCU Nick Fury. And that's why, you know, if there's an old white guy with a patch on his eye, that is Nick Fury, the original Nick Fury. And his son, Nicholas Fury Jr., you know, his mother is a woman of color, and therefore Nick Fury Jr. is a person of color. And now we have corporate syzygy in the product. And I believe Nick Fury Sr., as they refer to him, the World War II veteran, the director of S.H.I.E.L.D., that guy might be a watcher, like Uatu. And he's like he's called the Unseen, or he may have come back. He reached some kind of godhead level. And he might have gotten better in his humanity back. I don't know. But I love talking about comic books. Look, video game ads. Previously, and Spider-Man, you know? Rick James. That would be a great... It was Rick James instead of Rick Jones. I think that was that a what if? Or is that a famous what if parody? Let me know. Rick Jones accidentally transports Spidey to Detroit. Indeed. Detroit needs a Spider-Man. I mean, seriously. So if you're going to have all these spider people, be in other cities. I know that, like, I think Kane, Spider-Man's clone Kane, or is it a Ben Reilly? Was it a Scarlet Spider? Or was the Spider-Man of Houston in their own Spider... Was it a Scarlet... One of the last Scarlet Spider iterations? See, I don't know. But it's great. We kind of got this Superman, this Spidey and his amazing friends thing going on. We got Iceman, we got Johnny Storm, and we got Spider-Man. And that's Rick Jones, you know, sidekick. And he's a kid too. Oh, remember X-Men Second Coming? I don't. I was tapped out then. But look at that team. I mean, you got these it's a really cool looking cable. Second Coming. That's like the X-Force team, correct? I think so. Yeah, I tuned away for a little while. And look. Cutesy ootsy femme fatales fighting the teenage boy heroes. Dun 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 dun. Cutesy ootsy. Snarky arky. And completely fitting for what it is. It's Ultimate Comics. This was a great place to pull off that kind of storytelling and have its own dedicated audience without, you know, you got to make a more neutral thing for the flagships. It's something that's going to really resonate with all people. Like Jonathan Hickman, Dale Eaglesham, Fantastic Four. Indeed. Do you remember that? I don't remember. I come in and out of Fantastic Four. Like, I'm just such a casual fan of that stuff. I'm like never been the biggest Fantastic Four fan. I love them all as characters, and I love to see them being used successfully in other comics. Look, we're all hanging out and talking and being snarky to the adults because they're snarky teenagers. But here we go. It's Spidey and his amazing friends in a different context. I like that. I really do. And these were good comics once. Aww. He looks like Akira. This is art by Miyazawa. Who's Miyazawa? Takeshi Miyazawa. That's not C.C. Sapolsky, is it? No, I mean that's. I'm being cute. Takeshi Miyazawa. Wow, I like the art in this is very anime-ish, and it's also very digitally too. But here we go. It's just going into the sunset. Spidey and his amazing friends. We got The Vengeance of Moon Knight. See, Moon Knight's been a really reliable, stable property for Marvel Comics. I mean, there are Moon Knight fans out there. There's a current Moon Knight that I kind of have my eye on. I'll read it if it's in my pirate chest. And I'm not thrilled on the art, but it's got such staying power. There was a successful Disney Plus show, which is cool, I guess. Yeah, we're missing... Oh, there's issue 6. Issue 5. Yeah, we're missing issue 9, unless we come across it in the box. No. And I'm not going to go get issue 9, no. But Ultimate Spider-Man, yeah. 160, so it was 133, so this went, 43 issues. 47 issues. 47? I hate doing math. Don't make me do math, please. That's your job. 133, 43, 53. 27. Right? Oh gosh, please don't make me do math. I don't want to do math, please. This is my break. I'm on my break. Why? I don't want to do math. Oh my goodness, look at the time. Video game ads, huh? Video game ads. Spartacus and Stars. And on home video. I didn't watch that show. I heard it was pretty bloody and pretty, non-consensual and pretty sexy and sweaty and it's problematic, I hear. And let's just one last issue. Oh, look at that full. That's a ding. And look at the back here, Iron Man 2 in theaters. I wonder. That's so LaFuente's come back, but his ex-girlfriend Kitty Pryde is struggling with her life as an out-of-the-closet mutant as the world deals with the aftermath of the mutant-related disasters of Ultimatum. Spider-Man is now living with Johnny Storm, Bobby Drake, and remember, Gwen Stacy is living there too. So it is this full house. And of Spider-Man and his amazing friends. I did not get issue 9. Jeez, that's interesting. Oh, look, video game ads. Yeah, we got to wrap this up. Sorry about that. Thank you so very much. Happy Friday. I hope you have a good weekend. I'm going to go into this weekend and just, make some content. Make sure I got something for next week while I'm recovering from my surgery. And then I'm going to start with my month off of work. I'd rather be working, earning, making money. But with those aforementioned 50-pound bags of potatoes, I mean, I got to heal from, I can't be doing that. He said 2 to 4 weeks. And I was like, what do you do for a living? I'm a chef. Like, oh no, you're going to need all 4, for what you do. But we have rebagged. We have reboarded some fun comics. I mean, like, are they beloved? I don't know, but I love Spider-Man. And let's put them in the box. So we've got new bags, new boards, new boxes. Just like that's the promise of the show. And we're getting all our supplies at the LCS, the Local Comic Book Shop. And if you don't have a local comic book shop, you can have one in your very own mailbox. Seriously, in the description, contact Yule Carter of Fantastic Comics in Berkeley, California, and he might be able to help you. That's your business with him, and domestic and international shipping rates do apply. But look him up. If you don't have a local comic book shop, an LCS in your region, I mean, you do. You have Fantastic Comics, and your mailbox could be your LCS. These are mom and pop brick and mortar shops. They need our patronage. Go and spend your money at an LCS, please. Thank you. God bless. Namaste. Good luck. We are 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern daily. So like and subscribe and be part of this and have your coffee break with the geeky chill stream that you've been looking for. Cheers. Bye-bye.